Hello everybody, it's Maikito. First of all, obviously, as you guys know, I mentioned in the last video that there's a reason why I didn't post the last couple of days. There was no games, there was a little break. The MLS teams, which is the US League and the Mexican League teams, are meeting up, and there's going to be the Leagues Cup, which is the tournament that they started last year. So they were all traveling and getting ready for this tournament that starts tomorrow. So there's actually not as many props as I thought. I didn't want to push this video out any longer, so I just went ahead and I'm going to give you guys the ones that I did like, and then as always, if I do have any more that I do like, I'll add it in the pinned comment or the description of this next video, either one. There are also Summer Olympic Games that are going on. The first couple games happened a couple of days ago, and I was looking at the games, and you guys know how international soccer is when they play for their country and stuff like that, but I was wondering if you guys were interested in me posting those as well, whether it's money line or player props and stuff like that. If you guys are interested in that, leave a comment, let me know. If not, just let me know. No, just because, like I said, it's a little riskier, but there were I did watch them and I made my own and actually went pretty well. So it's just more options that I'm giving you guys. If you guys want them, like I said, just let me know. But other than that, I'll just get straight into the couple picks that I do have for tomorrow's games. My first pick is Silva to go higher than 2 shots, playing at home for Atlanta, going up against DC United. He averages 2.5 at home, and that includes 8 games starting and 3 off the bench. 8 out of 10 games that he's played at home, he's gone over in or had 2+ in. That's including the ones that he's played off the bench as well. And he played them in May. He had 2 and he only played 30 minutes off the bench. And then he played them away in June and he went over with 3. And DC United allowed 14.6 shots away from home, and which is a good mark. It's a little below average for away teams, so that's good for us. And a third of his shots are from outside the box, so he's willing to take them if he's given an opportunity. He cuts inside on his right and he shoots, which is good because he's been playing as a winger. So he has gonna have those opportunities to run down the flank and then cut in and shoot on his right. And I think at 2.0, I think that's a safe spot, especially for him playing at home. He guarantees gets 2 for sure, at least I think in my opinion. It's just whether he gets that third, and I think he will. He's been playing off the wing lately. Sometimes he plays as a striker, sometimes he plays as a wing, but regardless, he's going to be up there attacking for them. And he's very, very likely to play on the wing, and DC United are weak at defending wingers, so that's even better opportunity for him to cut it on his right and take the shots that he needed. So I just think this is a good safe spot for Silva to go higher than 2 shots. Cameo appearance. The second player prop that I found that I liked is Martin Ojeda to go higher than 1.5 shots, playing at home for Orlando, going up against Montreal. Per 90 minutes, when he plays 90 minutes, he averages 2.57 shots, which is really good. He's played 25 games with 16 coming off the bench. So that, that's the reason why his averages, I'm going for the per 90 stats. And he has gone over this mark in 5 out of 5 games in which he starts and Orlando shoots 13+ shots. And I say that because Orlando averaged 14.8 shots at home, and Montreal allows 17.3 away from home, which is really bad for playing away from home. And like I said, Orlando averaged 14, almost 15 shots, and he's gone over in which they shoot 13+. And I expect him to shoot at least 16 shots against this Montreal side, who's weak defensively away from home. And half of his shots, 21 out of 40 to be exact, a little over half of his shots are from outside the box. So again, he's willing to take those long shots, which is good for us because Montreal are weak at allowing opponents and giving them long shots. We just need him to take 2. And he played against them back in February. He didn't play the first half. He played all of the second half, and he went over in 2. And now he's going to be starting this game very likely, and we just need him to get 2. I think it's a good mark, and it's a good matchup. So like Martin Ojeda to go higher than 1.5 shots. I want to give a quick shout out to my partner Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. And then I also have the YouTube membership for those that are interested. It's for those that want to get the content out early. Also a great way to support the channel if you guys are ever interested in that. And then I have my Cashapp and Fliff as well linked. If you want to use those or donate anything that you guys give me, it really, really helps. But it never required at all. So I thank and really appreciate anybody who supports me in any way. For my first moneyline play, I have the Atlanta United versus DC United game to go higher than 2.5 goals. Atlanta have gone over this mark in 85% of games at home, which is 11 out of the 13 games, have only missed twice. And DC United have gone over in 58% of away games and 7 out of 12. And they played ever since Atlanta came into the MLS and became a team back in 2017. They've played at Atlanta just at Atlanta's house 9 times, and they've gone over this mark in 8 out of the 9 games. If you look just in the last couple games, DC United have gone over in the last 5 out of 5, and Atlanta have gone over in the last 4 out of 5. So both teams are high scoring, and that's because both teams are good in the attack and they're very leaky on defense. They usually always allow at least 1 or 2 goals each. If you look, like I said, in their last couple games, Atlanta United have conceded 8 goals in the last 5, and DC have actually conceded 13 goals in the last 5. So both teams can score, and both teams aren't that good at defending. And they've gone in 8 out of 9 games that they've played here, they've gone over this mark. Both teams have had breaks, so both teams are fresh. You can also take both teams to score in the Atlanta or DC game. I know, for example, Atlanta, they don't have Almada. They haven't had him for a couple games because he was in the Copa America, I believe. He was there for that team, and then now he's playing in the Olympics for Argentina. So they don't have their main attacking playmaker. So they've been playing three with 2 wingers and a striker, and then 3 just normal midfielders instead of having that attacking one. So they've still been able to score without him, as you can see in the last 5 games. But they might not be able to score as much as well. So DC United, they can definitely exploit that as well, knowing that Atlanta United are not in their main offensive and defensive structure. Both teams are going to want to go out there and shoot the ball. So I think this is a safe spot. Both teams for sure score 1. Probably Atlanta gets that second. I can see this being like a 2-2 game. But to play it safe, I like the Atlanta versus DC game to go higher than 2.5 goals. And then my second prop is both teams to score in the Pumas versus Austin game. Austin have scored 22 goals in 13 games at home. And Pumas have scored in all 4 games that they played in the Liga MX this season so far. Pumas have played last season in the Leagues Cup, when in the first time that this tournament started, they played 2 MLS teams in their group, and they scored 2 against Montreal and 3 against DC United, which is good for us because they're playing away from home, and they play both of these games away from home. So it shows you that even when they're not playing in Mexico, they can still score. And then Austin United in their group last season had 2 Mexican League teams. They scored against both of them. They scored 1 against Mazatlan and 1 against Juarez. So both teams have shown that they can score against the U.S. teams and Mexican teams and vice versa, stuff like that. So like I said, Austin are pretty decent in scoring. They average almost 2 goals, 1.5 at home, and Pumas have scored in every game this season. So I think it's a good safe mark to take both teams to score in the Pumas and Austin game. And then if I want to take a lean, I'm leaning the Pumas money line just because I think they have the better team, they have the better attack. It's just whether they can contain and not concede more than 1 goal against Austin. But that's my lean. But I like both teams to score in the Pumas versus Austin game. Thank you everybody for watching. If you could like the video, if you have some extra time, please comment. It helps boost the video out to more people, especially with the Olympic Games if you guys are interested in that, and then the Leagues Cup game starting as well. There's going to be plenty of soccer games to publish out to you guys. So if you could comment, it will boost the video out to more people. But other than that, like I mentioned before, I will probably very likely have more plays available for you guys. So like I said, I'll add in the comment, pinned comment, or the description. So keep an eye out for those. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.